Today I'm going to show you an advanced vehicle underglow and headlight system created by Nass. It has multiple patterns, light settings, and colors, so players can add another level of uniqueness to their vehicles. Players can use items or commands to install them, and you can set it to mechanics only and lock it to those jobs. Use the link in the description to check out all the features and watch the preview. I hope you enjoy the video. First, click the link in the description that takes you to the resource. Once you're there, hit the green code and download zip. Once it's done, open it up and open your server resources and add it in. Then be sure to remove the main from the end. And once you've done that, go to your server config and ensure it. The next thing to do is add the items and the images. So go back to the Nass Neons resource folder. Go into the inventory items folder and then choose the folder based on your framework. I'm using QB Core, so I'll choose that. And when you open the text, you can copy the items and it tells you where to put it. So go back to the resources and into the QB folder, find QB Core, and go into the shared folder and open the items section. Then I'll add these all the way at the bottom and save it. Then go back to the resource folder once more. Go back into the inventory items folder, but this time go into the images folder and copy the ones that are in here. You need to add it to your inventory using QB inventory. So I'll be going there, into the HTML folder, and then into images, and pasting what was copied. The last thing to look at is the config, so go back to the resource folder once more, find the config, and open it up. The first thing in here is the language. The supported options are in the commented out text. Then there's an option to allow save configs and leave that as true. And the next sections involve using the item or command for the neons and the neon kit, which is how you install them. With the default options, the commands are disabled and the items are used instead. If you want to change that, you simply change where it says command equals false to command equals true. And you can change the command or what's typed next to command name. If you want to use the command only, make sure you disable the item use. Again, changing where it says item equals true, the item equals false. Next is an option for the neons to have to be installed. With it set to false, as the commented out text says, all cars will be able to use them without installing them. And then you have more settings below that for installing the neons. The command and item areas work the same as the neon section, so adjust as you wish. Then there are more options for the install time, text distance, and the interact distance. And the last section here is for access to the neon menu and installing them. With the default settings, only mechanics can perform those actions, and in the job areas where you can add your mechanic jobs. If you want anyone to be able to access, change where it says true to false. And of course, if you made changes, be sure to save them, then start your server and test it out. So I'll get in the car and use the kit. Once you do, it brings up text where you can install the neons. So I'll go around and do that. Okay, and it lets you know it was installed. So I'll get back in and use the neons item, which brings up the menu. And there you have options for the underglow, the headlights, and the saved options. In the underglow section, you can change the color, toggle it, and choose the rainbow options. So I'll use the color picker and make it blue and toggle it on. In the menu, you can see the highlighted areas of where it will be showing. You can also uncheck the areas you don't want it to show. So I'll uncheck the left and right, and then it'll be on in the front and the back. And the changes are reflected in the menu. If you want to turn all the lights off, just hit toggle again, and it'll go dark. And if you click rainbow, it'll cycle through the colors. And to make it go back to the color you chose, just click rainbow again. Below that are the animations, so you can go through and choose the one you like. So I'll start with flash, then breathing, and rave, around, front to back, and reactive, which is based on your RPM. So when you drive, it'll get darker. And if you stop driving, it'll dim out again. So go back into the menu and this time go into the headlight section. It's pretty similar. You can choose a color, clear it, or use the rainbow option. So I'll make it blue again. And it changed. Then I'll choose rainbow and it'll cycle through the colors. And I'll make it flash with the blue. So I'll go back and change the animation to rave. And then I'll save this configuration. So I'll just use blue and hit save. And then you can always apply it or delete it. So now I'll go back and change the color. And then I'll go into the save configuration section and apply the blue in, and it'll change back to that. That'll be all for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and a sub. If you need help or have any suggestions, feel free to comment down below or join my Discord. The link will be in the description. Thank you for watching.